wanted to create a no glasses 3D conversion from ordinary 3D. So you could watch any TV program on a tablet or a phone. You could do anything, video chat with your friend. They'd be 3D with no glasses, sitting out here, personal, close to you instead of behind a piece of glass. And so we set about trying to do it with deep thinking neural net. Because we're a small company, right? We know if it's a big company, you know, they probably put 200 software algorithm experts on it, and they'd be trying all kinds of things, just like kind of like human AI might be today. But so we're a small company, so we said, okay, we can't do that, so let's build a neural net. That was a really risk, because if that turned out to be nothing, the whole company would have gone down the tube, because we would have spent the money and not had anything to sell. So we went about using deep thinking. Well, deep thinking, the problem is training set. You know, here's some images and stuff like that, you know, and trained on it, and it started out bad, it got better, 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 better. Then we put the next set of images on there to test. Well, how does it do on new images? It was bad. So then we trained it on those, or trained it even on both. And now the original images got worse, even though these got better. So, I mean, it was unstable because in a neural net, if you don't have enough redundant pathways, when it tries to learn new things, it erases the old pathways, and now your whole thing goes down. So we went through about 4 different iterations of neural net design. We came up with what we call application-specific neural net. And then you should be, in a neural net, just be able to put video into it, like RGB into it, and it would figure out all those other things. But again, you're fighting this problem with the neurons being overwritten. That's why a sports guy has to keep practicing, because everything else he does is killing some of those redundant paths, so he's got to keep refreshing those. And so we came up with this application specific. We realized if we create more types of eyes and fed that into the neural net would figure out which kind of eyes were good, and it created more redundant neural pathways because there's more eyes. So the neural nets like more input, and you know, we can put in something into it that isn't useful, and it'll tell us, right? It'll zero out that source. That was like a miracle. I mean, the whole thing became rock solid. It was a small training set. It virtually worked on every kind of video we put on it. Today, that neural net is just amazing. It took 4 generations and 3 failures, and then bam, it's like, whoa, solid. And that then allows us to create no glasses 3D. It can create out of 2D content, like a video game. It can turn any video game of the last 30 years into full 360 3D VR. And the other exciting thing about that is we found that there's a huge educational market, because we can now put environment inside, and a teacher can lead a full class of 30 students inside a virtual environment. And now they're being taught inside of a video game, and the teacher has all the power of a video game to keep the class attention, as well as reward students with Easter eggs and superpowers and all this kind of stuff. Studies have shown that students taught in VR can retain as much as 750% more. And we now supplemented with a new type of AI called AI Tutor. I don't know how many of you are familiar with AI Tutors, but in Austin there's a school called 2-Hour Learning. In 2 hours at the first of the day, they teach the amount of stuff that normal school takes to teach in 6 hours. They put the students on student-specific AI tutors, and 20 minutes per subject, so you can do 6 subjects in 2 hours. And then the next 4 hours, they teach things that excite the kids. So they learn to do public speaking, entrepreneurial business plan creation and defense with their peers. These kids are ranked at the 98th percentile nationwide. And that's how effective AI tutors are. So now we're combining AI tutors, something more advanced than what exists today, with the VR as well. So a teacher can teach inside the VR classroom with all the power of a video game, and they can have these teacher assistant virtual AI tutors.